Appreciate it. Brian, we're going to go one step further tonight. Brian, I want you to go into the audience and borrow a gentleman's watch. Not a digital watch, but a regular analog watch as quickly as you can, Brian, if you would, please. Not a digital, but an analog watch, if you would. Let me know when you do have this. Do something special tonight for Conferon. Once Brian gets the watch, let me know when you do have the watch.
I have the watch.
Terrific, Brian. You're doing fantastic. What I'm going to ask you to do right now is pull the stem out on the watch, and turn the time and change the time. So the minute and the hour hand are moving. Okay? Now look at the ceiling as you're turning. Don't even look at the watch now.
Stop.
Hand me the watch, please. Kristen, are you there?
Yes.
Kristen, take the watch. Concentrate on the exact time of the watch. Just think about it. Don't say anything out loud, Kristen. Just think of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In your mind, you said stop. I get an image in my mind of about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 7 past the hour of something. Yes or no?
Yes.
I get 7 past the number 2. It's 2:07.
Good job.
Thanks so much, folks. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Do me a favor, both of you, if you would take your objects back to the audience members, whoever you borrowed them from, then please come back up on stage for us. Let's give them both a nice round of applause for helping. I'll give them a nice hand. Nice job, guys. Nice job. Brian, give the person's silver ring back. Kristen, give the person's comb or brush, I should say, in my mind. Excellent. Now, folks, everyone in the audience before the program should have been handed a piece of paper and something to write with. Do you guys have those at your table? Oh, you don't have those? Okay, you should have been handed these before the show. Okay, let's do this then, folks. Does anybody have a pen on them? If you have a pen or a scrap piece of paper, and I need Brian back on stage, as well as my friend Kristen. I need everyone in the audience right now. If you have something in your purse or your wallet, or you can grab a napkin or something, not a good napkin. Oh, I'm sorry. Or a business card or something you can write on, 3x5 scrap paper or something you can write on. What I'm going to ask all of you to do right now, I want you to concentrate, if you would, on the funniest moment of your life. I want all of you, now if you don't have a piece of paper, that's okay, but if you do, this is going to be very important. I want you to concentrate on the funniest moment of your life, or the wildest time you ever had, or the weirdest experience you ever experienced. Something was funny to you. Oh, good. This is great. Now, if you can, get out one of your business cards, folks, and I want you at the top of the piece of business card or the piece of scrap paper, if you have one, I want you to jot down in a few words or maybe a sentence or two about the funniest moment of your life. When you jot this down, I'm going to ask you to print, because when you print, it comes from your subconscious mind into your conscious mind. When you were a child, you learned how to print before you could do cursive writing. I want you to print in a few words or a few sentences about the funniest moment of your life, but do not show anybody else. And if you have to share with your neighbor pens or pencils, go ahead and do that. The funniest moment of your life, but do not read your neighbor's piece of paper. As quickly as you can. Please do this as quickly as you can. Concentrate. Terry, in my mind, you're talking to your neighbor. Please don't do this, Terry Detliff. The young lady in the green in my mind. Excellent. Next, folks, think of a number right now that means something to you. This could be your social security number, your license plate number, dog tag number if you were in the service or the ROTC, maybe your birthday and anniversary, or even your Visa card numbers. Don't forget your expiration date, okay? That little pin code at the top. So you're going to jot that number down. Whatever number pops into your mind that means something to you, jot that down or just think of it. Now, when you jot it down, I can get into your mind a little bit easier because it comes from your subconscious into your conscious. Next, folks, this is called my help and advice portion of the show, or my question and answer portion. If you have a question you'd like to ask me, maybe about your love life, your career, money, travel, business, or even your health, I'd be more than happy to answer your question to the best of my abilities. So go and jot that question down. Do not show anybody else. Shield it from your neighbor. It could be about love, money, travel, business, your health. I get a lady in my mind sitting in the front row here, not participating. Just jot something down, young lady. I know you have a question for me. Excellent. And last but not least, if you have a nickname or a pet name that your friends call you. Maybe your girlfriend calls you this, your boyfriend, your mom, dad, brother, sister, husband, or wife. Or even a nickname you'd like to be called and you're not called this yet. Go ahead and jot that down at the bottom of the piece of paper along with your first and last name. But do not show anybody else. It's very important. Do not show anybody else. I get an image in my mind. Is this you, Brian? Okay. Yes. Shielding me here. Are you over here? I don't want to touch you here, Kristen. Yes? Okay, great. So, folks, I'm going to recap everything. At the top of the piece of paper, you have the funniest moment of your life. Next, a number that means something to you. Then a question you'd like to ask me. And last but not least, your name at the bottom of the paper. Whatever you do, do not fold the papers in half or your business cards in half. Just keep them face down so nobody can see what you've written. Now, keeping these face down, I want you to exchange with your neighbor as quickly as you can. Exchange with your neighbor as quickly as you can, please. But do not read these, please. Do not read these. Keep them face down. Hey, you guys are doing a great job. Thanks. Next, folks. Exchange for the second time with somebody else, maybe in front of you or behind you, as quickly as you can. Someone totally different for the second time. Brian, you there?
I'm here.
Brian, right behind me, on top of my bag, there's a big plastic salad bowl. Would you get that for me, please? Kristen, how you doing? You're doing terrific. You having fun yet?
I am.
Excellent.
I'm amazed.
Terrific. And one more time, folks, for the third time, exchange with somebody else, maybe from another area of the room, another table, as quickly as you can. Exchange with somebody totally different. Brian, are you there? Place it right down if you would, please.
Over here?
Yes, right. Stick it right to the table.
It's stuck.
Excellent. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to pass the papers to one person at your table, if you would, for me, please. Pass them to one person at your table. And now I'm going to ask you to pass them from all the way in the back to the tables all the way in the front, and pass them all the way to the front as quickly as you can. Brian, go on the right side, collect as many as you can. Kristen, go on the left side and collect as many as you can as fast as you can. Then please come back up on stage if you would, please. Go through the audience and collect them. Then bring them up here and pour them right here in the bowl. Now I'm going to give you about 10 seconds, guys, to collect these. You don't have to get all of these. So, Kristen, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Brian, 10 seconds. All right, whatever you have right now, guys, bring them up on stage. Whatever you have, bring them up on stage and pour them into the bowl that we have up here. Kristen, how you doing? Terrific. Brian, how you doing? Once you get them up here, guys, bring them up as quickly. You don't have to collect all of these. Pour them in the clear bowl that we have up here. Okay, Brian, are you here? Kristen's here, yes?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Would you guys mix them up once you get them up here? Mix them up. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, as my two friends, Brian and Kristen, as they go back to the audience, let's give them both a nice round of applause for helping out. Give them a nice hand. Let's hear it for them. Thanks, guys.